Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. Today is Sunday, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. This is not going to air today, so I hope you had a good Mother's Day if you're a mom. Or if you were able to spend the day with your mother, I hope you had a wonderful time. Okay, so here's where I am. Clearly I haven't sewn these in yet. I just didn't feel like it yesterday. And then this morning I decided, maybe I don't want to do that yet. Because what if I want to do some stamping on a page or whatever? I don't want to restrict myself just yet. So, Rhoda, I watched your video. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Hello. Okay, I'm excited. Rhoda, I watched your video, like between last night and this morning, your subway bag pocket thingy. And I know I made a comment and I said, I am so glad that you shared what you shared. I'm so glad you didn't edit that video and that you shared it because I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And it really, I don't want it to sound like I got joy out of watching you struggle, but I love how real it was. And I appreciate that you shared that. So I just want you to know that I think it's wonderful. You didn't edit all that out and that you shared that you were just working your way through it, which I think is fantastic. So my spin on your pocket is because I'm working with these decorative papers, I just cut 3 pieces to work kind of like this. And I need to notch that out, I forgot. And then I will kind of tell you why. That is, what size is that? 1 1/4? Is that going to be big enough? No. The reason that I'm doing it like this instead of exactly how you did it, number 1 is this just kind of makes it my own. And number 2 is because I'm working with this cardstock and trying to use up the bits and pieces, I thought, well, what better way than to make a version of your pocket and just use the bits, and then I don't have to do a whole lot of decorating either because the paper is so pretty anyway. So I hope that makes sense. I don't have an envelope for this yet and don't have a big card yet, but we'll get there. Okay. Side note, I just saw this. I told you my friend sent me the sweetest package for bringing me some sunshine with my surgery. And look at this. This is a mug. This mug is a hug from me to you. It came with a soy wax candle, which actually smells really, really good. It's just a very nice, pleasant smell. This zipper pouch sending you sunshine. And I love this. Sometimes you forget that you are awesome, so this is your reminder. Like, isn't that the sweetest, sweetest, uplifting gift? I am just so grateful. I'm telling you guys, I told you I have just an amazing small circle, and I'm so grateful. So, so grateful. Okay. And I forgot to include a picture of the Mother's Day card in the last video, so I will really try to remember to do that in this video. Okay, so what I did was I took a scrap here and I was going to try to use the birds, but no matter how I kind of laid this out, I still wasn't going to be able to see the bird at the top. So I thought, that brown is such a really pretty contrast to the yellow. So let's do that. And because my pages are 4 3/4, I didn't want to be in the spine. So I cut this 4 1/2 and I will line it up over here, I'll just kind of center it and you'll see some yellow around it. Now that doesn't bother me. If that bothers you, then by all means cut it the width of your page. But just remember that the more you put in the spine, the more that spine is going to resist being nice and flat, whatever, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I tend to pull things out from the spine because I don't want all that bulk in there. We all know I make chunky journals, so that's just kind of my deal. So this particular piece is 3 inches tall. And I went with 3 inches because I needed it to still be big enough to allow for this pocket and this tag pocket, okay? And I think, so this piece is 2 1/4 tall. This piece is 2 1/4 tall. This piece is 4 1/2 wide. So this second piece is the same width as my back piece. Now you can do this, whatever works with your paper, right? So for me, I like this little design here. I love it. And I'm thinking about clear embossing it just to kind of bring it out. I don't know if I will, but I'm considering it. And then this piece is going to meet at the edge. So now another reason to stay out of your spine is now I am 3 cardstock pieces together. So if you're using a digital, you're not going to have as much bulk as I am, but because I am trying to use these scraps, you know. So what's going to happen is, I think I am going to pull that down to line up here. And then, so what will happen is we're going to have a tuck here, and then we're going to have a pocket here. Now, you can put your little wingy things on the sides of your pocket. Like, you can leave more room if you want to allow for a larger tag to go in there. I don't necessarily want a larger tag. I wish this was going to be big enough because it's so cute, but it'll just be like, it's just a little tiny tag in there poking out, and it'll be so sweet. Let's do the other side so you can see it. So it'll be in there like that. And then back here, we'll have something. And then in Rhoda's videos, she had an envelope tucked and tucked. So we'll get there. I just don't have an envelope made. And I don't know. I might just make one out of book page so that way it's not so bulky. And again, any of these pieces you can do I have a scrap? Yes. So like on the edges, if I were to put, you know, like this on the side, then that's going to allow more room for something to tuck in there. So let's see, give me a piece of paper. This is a card that came with that packet too, and I just love sunflowers. It's so pretty. But anyway, so let's just pretend. Do I have a smaller piece? I mean, it's just scrap laying here. It's not like it's gonna matter. I haven't thrown these away because I keep grabbing them and stamping on them and stuff. So if I have let's do it on a piece that's contrasting color. And then let's just fold that in. And so then you have more room to tuck something in. I hope that makes sense. Where the alternative is, this is just flush and it's a tighter pocket. I know you've seen this in other videos, but maybe you're new and you don't know that you can do that. And you can do 3 sides. You can just do the 2 sides and glue the bottom flat, and then it kind of allows it to come out a little bit. It's just options. I'm just doing it flat because that's just what I'm doing. So I'll glue these pieces together, and then let's just use our art glitter glue. And so on this back one, I'm only doing the sides, so that way I have something I can tuck all the way. Now you could make this a top tuck, bottom tuck, belly band, whatever you want to do. It just depends on how you want to utilize the pocket. But I just really liked this. I thought it was a sweet idea, and I'm so glad that you took the time. I saw in the comments somebody said she'd been asking you for a little while, so I think it's really sweet that you took the time to share with everybody. Sharing with the class is a good thing. So now this one, I am going to glue the 3 sides. I only watched your video once. I watched part of it last night, and then I finished watching it this morning. And so I am hoping that at least the premise of this is in line with what you made. I think it is, but you know me, I just do my thing. So, okay. So now that's down. So now we have a belly band and a pocket, okay? So you actually could put more than just the 1 bit in there. I got my glue way too close to the edge of the paper. So where did I do it? I have been trying so hard to keep this room clean since I moved in here, and boy, it does not resemble that right now. I walked in here, I hobbled in here this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a mess. Like, it's totally driving me crazy. I can't do anything. I mean, I can roll you around on the cart and put some stuff away, which I'm going to do, but I just haven't been able to really move much more in here. Sweet Mark is working on my newsprint cabinet drawers this morning. He's got the single drawers are, I think he's got the 2nd coat of polyurethane on those. He put the screws on the grinder. Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. And oh my gosh, they're hand cut screws. So I don't know if that helps to date the cabinet or not. For those of you who maybe don't know what I'm talking about, a few weeks back, Mark was so excited. He called me. He was on his way home. He went to some guy's house who was like selling some tools and lumber and stuff. And he calls me and he was so excited because he found me an old like blueprint cabinet. And so it was, I mean, it was in a little bit of a rougher shape than what we had anticipated when we started to strip it and stuff. But oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It's such a beautiful piece. And and I do have some bits filmed for like parts that like I was a part of or whatever. And I can't go in the basement to film like what he's doing right now, but I think we can fill in the blanks by the time it's done to kind of share the process with you. But anyway, it's such a beautiful piece. And he got the handles stripped and just such a wonderful piece. Like, I am so excited. And that's going to be my new stamp cabinet in this room. Okay, so now that's glued. So then what we need is a little envelope for back here. And you know what? In this pile over here, there was another little envelope like I used in that piece that we worked on in the last video that had the all the pieces that I hinged together. So let me dig in this pile here and see what I did with it. Okay, I found it. And obviously I pulled some more stuff out I thought maybe we could play with. But this is all in this pile right here beside me. Okay, so then, oh, well, it could still work, right? Yeah, that could still work. Oh, I like that because it's got all the browns and stuff. And then on the back side of that is like this. So we could maybe find a little stamp or do a little bit of stamping just to add some more life to that. But I think that's a good use for it. It's a map. It has a compass. It's a map. It's travel related, right? And then this, we have dream, dreamy, dreamer. Okay, whatever. And then we have this. I don't know. What does that measure? I lost my ruler. Although I'm pretty proud of myself. I have not lost my bone folder in this project. Okay, so this is 1 3/4 inches. So I think that'll be a perfect little size to go in there. It does need backed. So let's back it. All right. Okay. I think Mark got some rhubarb the other day, and I think he's going to go to the store and get some stuff to make a pie. And I think I might try to tag along with him. Ooh, I like all those blue lines. So I want to go to Dollar Tree. But I don't know how I'm going to shop in Dollar Tree. But I want to go. Kind of just want to get out of the house. But it's kind of yucky out today. It's really cloudy. So we didn't get an opportunity last night to see the Northern Lights. So big bummer that we missed them the night before, but I saw some really cool pictures. It was really visible here, and just some amazing photos that I saw, like, and some that were like over Lake Erie, and they were beautiful. So Bernice, I don't know, I forgot to ask you, did you catch them? Were they visible? Because you're further north than I am. So did you get to see them? Just curious, or if anybody else got to see them. I'm really interested in it, and like I said, kind of bummed that I missed them, but I was out. I mean, I was asleep. So yeah. Oh, careful. All right, so I'm just going to put this on here and let this dry. I don't want to try to cut that with all that glue wet on there, because that's going to be a disaster if I do, and it'll really gunk up my scissors. But I think that's going to be a fun little piece to put in there. It's using another piece out of the pile on my desk. So there is that. And then let's see what we could use for a tag in the back of that. Of course, there's always nice bits of coffee dye paper we could use. We could fold that and put in there. I have this piece, but that's not going to be tall enough. I don't know what I'm doing with that glue stick right now. I love this piece, but I don't want to cut that down again. I'd really like to find some more cardstock that's that size, or that with that grid on it. It's so nice. You know, that's just folded. Would that fit in there? You know, that might fit in there for an extra bit of journaling space, but I have to cut it down. We have just the dark brown. That's a lot of brown though, isn't it? And this piece is gonna have to be kind of slim. It can't have a lot of bulk to it because then it's not going to slide down in there. So let's do that piece, put these in here. And then I'm going to cut this down. Let's see, this is still drying. It doesn't take that long to dry, but I don't want to gunk my scissors up. They're already gunked up. I need to sit and clean them. Okay, so I know this is 4.5, but I probably took up a 1/4 inch on both sides with glue by the time it's said and done. So 4 1/4. So let's cut this at 4. Yeah, because this has this on the back, so I don't have to do anything with that on the back. So let's just cut this at 4. And that still gives us a workable bit here, which I like. And then what is the height of this? Let's just see height-wise. It's too tall. So do I want to take that brown off? I don't think I want to take that brown off, but I think what I do want to do is go ahead and punch just some tabbies on the top. Oh, don't do that. I keep doing that. It's such a habit. Oh, okay. And then let's do, let's see, how's about we go approximately, let's do 5.5 inches. I think that's a good height to take up the page. Add a little bit of interest to it. Oh, Lord, did you see what I almost did? Okay. That's going to be super cute. And then look, we have another little piece we can use somewhere. It's kind of fun, like challenging myself to use my scraps and stuff because it makes me look at them differently, which, you know, is nice. I don't typically worry about using them like I seem to be with this project. So that's fun, and I'm enjoying that. Okay, so let's just do that. And then we'll ink around this, and I do want to embellish this on the front. It does need to be thin, so maybe just like a small collage of sorts, and see what we can come up with to decorate it. And then this little tag, and maybe we'll do a little bit of stamping on this just for some added interest. And then this page will be done, and it's a nod to Rhoda, and thank you for the inspiration this morning and last night. So yeah, let's see, how much room do we have? Not that much, and you know what, I think that's too tight, so I want to cut. Now that I've punched that on the edges, let's try your trick. This is beeswax. I know you use like a wax crayon. So let's see if that makes an impact. Wow, it did. It's still too snug. Just, oh, I know what it's done. I glued it. It's glued shut. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Yep. Okay. So if you do that, just gently take your bone folder through there. So try to open that up. Try not to tear your paper. Just be really delicate and release that. It oozed out the bottom and shut itself. Okay, so I think that's kind of fun in there. We'll do some sort of embellishment. So I'll figure that out. And then when I come back, I'll have the little tag cut out and ready to go. And we will have something on that blue page. I don't know what yet. And you know, maybe I just won't do anything on it because it is kind of big. And you know, we could just, I apparently glued that one too. Just put that in there all together, and then that frees that up. Options. We have options. Good morning. Well, it's the next day. So, oh yeah, that's a belly band. So yesterday I went ahead and I stitched these in because we were talking to my mother-in-law and I was trying to keep my hands busy. So they're stitched in. I need to take my bone folder and press that down where I pushed my awl through there. And then we need to do pockets. We need to make some tags and stuff. And so I want to kind of just keep working on this. I have some other things I want to work on before long. I think I want to make this as a tuck as well. So I'm just going to glue this on the two sides here. I think that'll be a nice piece. And then we can just even put maybe just some colored paper or a tag or just something back there to use that as a tuck spot. So anyway, today is, what is today? Monday. And so I want to get this video done. Oh, I don't think I put my glue up high enough because that's kind of a bulky piece. Anyway, so today is supposed to be really, really nice outside. So Mark told me to figure out something to do outside this afternoon. And I think I might have a plan. Of course, he's going to have to help me carry stuff out. But I have the cutest magazine image. And yesterday we went to Dollar Tree and I got a canvas board that should be big enough for it. And so I want to kind of get that mounted on the canvas board and get it painted. And then stop saying see if I can dig it out of here. Hopefully, because I'm afraid it's going to get damaged. So I want to get it mounted on something before it does because it's fragile. It's already been torn and I fixed it with napkins. So I love her. I think she is so cute. And I want to mount her on a board and maybe do some collage and put some flowers or something around her. But I just think she's adorable. She's just so stinking cute. And she says, "We're so glad you're coming to visit." And I thought, what a cute piece that would be to have hung up somewhere. So anyway, so she is going to go on this canvas board, I think. And then that gives me room to collage around her. So that, I think, is going to be my outside plan for today. So probably what I'll do is get her glued down, and then I will get some scrap papers, just probably out of my scraps, and some pinks and blues, red maybe, browns, I don't know, yellows. There's lots of colors we can pull out of this. And then, yeah, go from there. But I want to get her on here and sealed so that way, as I collage or paint or whatever, if I get paint on that image, I can wipe it off. So that's going to be a mixed media play for later. But for right now, we're just going to work on this. I have to go to the orthodontist too today. I broke my retainer. I think I've been grinding my teeth too much and it broke. It broke a couple weeks back. And we had our dentist appointment, and I asked him about it, and he's like, "Well, I'd have to send it out." And I said, "Well, this is the orthodontist that did it to start with." And he goes, "Oh, I'll just go to him." I said, I figured if you couldn't do it, I would just go back and see him. So that's the plan. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of gather some things and figure out what I want to do. I'm going to cut some pockets here, some tucks and pockets, and just see what I want to do. In these signatures, like that's a bulky piece, so I don't want to do a whole lot more, and I want my signatures to be relatively even in bulk, and it doesn't take much to fill these up. So, and I still have to figure out a closure, which I think is going to be a tie from the front because I didn't allow for that on the side. And then the signature strings I tied in bows because Chloe keeps trying to eat them. And I still haven't dug out my charms for this because then that will take care of that as well. So maybe I'll take a ride over to the other room and get those charms and then work on this just a little more. So I just wanted to tell you kind of where I am this morning and show you that I had stitched it in. So as I come up with more of a plan, I'll be back. Okay, so I've added some pockets and tucks in here, some belly bands, some tucks, whatever. I've got like a couple journaling cards made. They're not done. I need to do some embellishing. But I am really enjoying this journal, and I think we're getting close to being done. I just need to sit and play with my scrap pile, I think, to work on collaging some of these bits that just need some added interest to them. I've just been trying to use up, you know, the scraps of the coffee dyed paper that we cut for the size of the journal pages. I've been just I have been, let's speak proper, or a little bit closer anyway. But anyway, so I've just been using up bits and scraps like I've gotten in my bin and used the little pieces. This was a piece I had punched for something. I didn't use it. What else here? Oh, I had this piece that didn't work in another pocket, so I put it in there. I don't know if I love it there. I'm probably going to move it. Like, for example, look, I like it better there. So, boom, it has a home. So I'm going to use up the sheet of rub-ons on some of this stuff as well. I definitely want to use a good majority of those, but I do like some of the plainer pieces as well. I might do a little bit of stamping on them. Like, I can't leave a pocket plain like this, but I want to use up bits and then see what's left and then come back and maybe use them. What did I do? I had a little scrap of something like this. That's a little bird wing, but you can't tell what that is. It doesn't matter. It's a little piece of music. So that could be used maybe in a bit of collage, but I'm not there yet. So what I'm trying to accomplish at this point is just getting some pieces made so then we know what we need. You know, we can use Tracy labels, we can use some music, we can use book pages. Got to see what I have maybe in my bin of book pages under me, see if there's anything that's travel related in that. Like this was another scrap of something. So see, I can just put these things in these pockets. It'll use up the bits of paper, and I'm doing really well with my bin. I mean, I have a lot of like these punch out things, and I have the tops of the papers that I cut, which we could do some stamping on those too and make some labels. So even if we don't use them necessarily in this journal, I mean, how fun if we stamped some numbers or you know, whatever, some words, and we cut those apart, then we can have them in a tin or a bag, and then when I need a label or something, I can just look and see what I might have made using, like, that scrap's probably not going to get used, but trying to use more of the neutral sides. So I haven't decided on the front yet, but like there's a bit that's perfect for a tag. I'm using these bits to back the tags because they're the right size, and so they're working for that, and so that's using up a lot of those coffee dyed paper scraps. Oh my goodness, spit it out today. Okay, so that is where I am. I'm going to end this video here. I have a couple of things I need to do, and that would be a cute little pocket somewhere. Didn't I use that somewhere already? I used a similar one. I used a blue one, but we can use the yellow one. It's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working on this and see what kind of progress I could make. And hopefully in the next video, we will be a lot closer to being finished with this. It's kind of fun. Rhoda, I really do appreciate that you challenged me to just pull something off the shelf and use it. Oh, that's a pretty piece. Because I am really enjoying it, and I think it is really important to use what we have and make stuff out of it, and just kind of, I really think that we should all do better about not buying things. Because I know we all have things in our stash that we can use. Now, I say that and I'm like, oh, well, I want this or I want that. And that's just, I'm trying really hard not to do that. I really am trying hard not to do that. So like there's another scrap that I put some coffee dye paper on. Oh my gosh, you guys, so funny. Where is that page? Show you this, and then I am going to end this video. I'm all working on a page, and I'm like, do. And I realize, wait, that's right side up. I was working on it upside down. I thought my page was in here upside down. It's not. I was working on it upside down. Never mind. Well, there's some humor for you for the end of the video. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.